everyone. So today I'm going to talk about emotional intelligence, and this video will be in English. So I'll post another video which will be in Tamil. So before going into emotional intelligence, we might have heard about the common categories of people, like this kind of person. He or she is so practical, and or he or she is so emotional. So what is a practical way of handling a situation? What is an emotional way of handling situation? There are positive and negative aspects to both the ways. Um, so the practical way is like we think through a lot and make very logical decisions, and in the emotional way, like we pay attention to the emotions, and we just take decisions based on the emotions, like what feels good for us. And the practical persons, they just turn cold to the situation, and they just decide based on the facts, based on the lot of facts they have. So there are downsides and advantages in both these ways. So being emotionally intelligent is the mix of both of this, and the perfect balance of it. And so we will pay attention to our feelings, and at the same time we will not be an emotional fool and take some decisions which doesn't make sense at all. So that is emotional intelligence. So how will you be emotionally intelligent? So the first step to be emotionally intelligent is you have to step aside from that situation a little. Say suppose if somebody some kind of situation is happening near you, like you are witnessing a situation. You are or seeing someone going through a trauma, or you're seeing someone who is very happy. um, some two persons who are fighting with each other, they are being mean to each other, they are angry, they are being jealous, or so all those situations. So if imagine you are a witness, um, seeing things happening around you. So if something is happening to you, like you are being emotionally vulnerable, and you are being put into an emotional situation, you have to witness the situation as a third person. Like it is happening to you, but still you will have to witness it, and you have to try to understand what is happening to you. So that is a very subtle thing to say, but it is very difficult. And you will be carried away in that moment, and you cannot think straight if you don't dissociate yourself from that situation. So first you have to dissociate yourself from that situation. How do you dissociate yourself from those situations? So before going into that, you should know like what is causing you not to dissociate yourself, or what is causing you to so get attached to that situation, and not making you think straight. So the first and major thing is your ego. So the like you kind of have some expectations, like some things has to happen to you and something shouldn't happen to you, and this is how you want your life to go, and this is what you expect in any situation, like from it may be from some other persons, or any life situation. So this is what you have imagined, and if that doesn't happen, like your ego gets hurt, and you feel irritable, and you feel anxious, and you feel angry, and all the negative emotions comes, and you are emotionally vulnerable. So first you have to set aside your ego. So that's where like you have to dissociate yourself. Like you should not think that it is happening to me, why it is happening to me, why me. So you have to come out of that. So what will help you come out of that? So the main thing is you have to break your ego. So what will help you to break your ego is being empathetic. So if you think of the suppose say you and your some other person who is close to you, you're having some argument, and you're emotionally so vulnerable, and you're exhibiting a lot of emotions like anger, jealousy and everything. So the first thing which will help you to come out of your ego is being empathetic. Being empathetic is like you have to think from the other person's perspective. So if suppose say they are saying some mean things to you, you immediately you should not react for that, and you have to take a second and think why they are saying those mean things, what is the reason behind that, what is making them say that. So it's very difficult, but if you keep practicing it, it is definitely possible, it is not impossible. Everyone can do it. So when you start to be more empathetic, when you start to become more sensitive to the others feelings and emotions, you will definitely, you when you start thinking from others perspective, you will understand the situation better. And you'll definitely come out of your ego. So that is one thing. Even after you trying that doesn't work out, then you have to stay calm, and you should not take any decision when you are emotionally vulnerable. You will have to give it some time, and you will have to wait for your emotions to settle down. So and then you have to think and make a decision. So you cannot take decision when you are in any of the, say, even if it is an happy emotion, even you are so excited, so happy, you should not take any decision. You should, all the decisions which you take should be in when should be in a very calm mindset. So you should be so, you should be at peace with yourself. So all the decisions should be taken at that time. Next main thing is like being in the present moment. So that's very important. So most of the emotional problems we face is because we think a lot about the past, like this has happened to me in the past. So we come to a conclusion. So based upon the situation which is happening now, like we come to a conclusion like this is what is going to happen. So if somebody might have done something to us, we kind of guess like that is what is going to happen now as well. And yeah, and when you are in a difficult situation, like say suppose you are very you're not feeling well, or you met an accident or all those things, like you at that times it is very very important to be focused on that present moment. You cannot say you are in an accident and you're bleeding, and you cannot think like, oh my god, I'm bleeding, and what happens if I lose my leg, and how will I go to, how will I do my day-to-day activities. You cannot keep thinking that, that is not going to help at all. So you have to stay focused on the present moment. And you should not give there will be thoughts popping up like regarding the uncertainties of the future, and the the hurts of the past. But still you have to focus on the present moment, and you have to focus on what's happening right in front of you, rather than going to the past and the present. So if you focus on that, you'll have a better picture. And you have to completely remove all your prejudices, and all all your filters. Yeah. So that is the second thing. So by doing all these things, like you will dissociate yourself from that situation, and then you will be in a calm, or you'll be at peace with yourself. You have to be peace with yourself, and then automatically you will take decisions. You'll take decisions based on what feels good to you, and what feels good to others around you, and what also makes sense. So that is what is being emotionally intelligent. So it's not good that we cannot turn cold to all the situations, and also we cannot be too much involved in the situations, and we take horrible decisions. So it has to be a balance between the both. We should pay heed to our emotions and others emotions. At the same time, we should take decisions which are sensible. Yeah, so this is what I want to say today. Thanks for watching.